Welcome to Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast, Season 3, Episode 10, The New Neverland. In this episode, Pan wants to turn Storybrooke into a new Neverland.
That's where they got the name.
Yeah. Snow and Charming want a monster.
They want a monster.
They want a monster, yeah. Snow and Charming hunt a monster.
Hunt makes more sense.
And learn that they must be responsible for their own happiness. I am your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is
Martha Southgate.
And
Rob Southgate.
The New Neverland. Okay, I was so excited they were back in Storybrooke.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you about the funny thing that we did with the hunt a monster. Because in the episode, Snow and Charming want a baby.
Yeah.
So they want their little monster.
I get it.
So they want their little monster. And their little monster is Emma. She's Emma.
Well, it depends on which land you're in. If you're in Storybrooke,
No.
they want a new baby. Emma's already there and grown. They want a new baby. In the flashback one,
Right, we were talking
Emma.
the flashback.
Well, maybe you were.
Maybe we were talking flashback.
We
and
weren't.
you
I
weren't.
was talking flashback.
Why don't you guys both talk flashback?
Yeah.
Because hunt a monster.
Stick your flashback.
Because you get a hunt a monster, and they were hunting a monster in there. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. There's the one quick little thing that happened in this episode. They don't bring it up again.
Okay.
Ariel
Oh,
and
yeah.
Belle go to find Eric.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting here watching thinking, is he going to recognize her? Is he going to be mad at her? What's going to happen?
Well, and he's sitting there chopping up fish. He's a fisherman.
And you know what? He's chopping them like...
Well, he's cutting the heads off. Sure, he's using a cleaver.
Yeah, and you know what,
Not
Ariel?
beaver cleaver.
This is
No,
my
Wally
favorite
Cleaver.
line in the episode. Ariel says, he must not like me.
Right.
She's fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he recognized her, and
He freaked out.
he came up and he kissed her.
Big smoochie.
Big kissing in this episode.
Yeah.
Schmoochy boochie.
Lots of kissing in this
Uh-huh.
episode. And they get distracted. They get disrupted by the ship coming
Yeah,
back.
the ship comes, and it's got the black sail, which is the shadow, and it comes down, and Belle's so happy because right away, Rump comes off the ship.
Rumple.
Uh-huh.
Right.
She knew when it was coming over because it's got the black sail and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
but
and
she
how
didn't have
often
to
are
wait.
ships flying in the air? So I'm pretty
Unless
sure.
Rumple does it.
Right. So, yeah, they all came off a big, happy reunion, and then the
Except
Lost
for Regina.
Boys get off.
Nobody was.
No, they
greeting
weren't.
Regina.
They weren't until Snow said, she's responsible. She really helped.
And
So
then
she was
that's
trying
funny.
to bring her in.
And then it showed a flashback of Regina. I will crush your happiness. I will kill you all. Well,
Well, it shows how much they've changed. How the fact that Snow could be accepting of her at all after the horrible flashback, and that Regina has changed so much, even though she's still somewhat nasty. She's not nasty
she was
like that.
Quite good in this episode.
Yeah.
And then Henry, who's actually Pan,
Yes.
gets Felix in trouble so that the others will trust him.
Right.
So he says we need to lock this guy up because he's bad.
Right. And he turns to Felix and he says, they have to trust me. They have to think that I'm actually on their side.
that's why he's saying, we've got to lock this guy up.
Yes.
He said to Felix, you need a punishment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he started doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he said it was because I need them to trust me, and they wouldn't
Yeah, but
trust
then
me.
why did he say to him, you need a punishment?
Meaning I have to because Henry would have come back and said, this is a bad guy and we need to lock him up.
Right. We have to punish him.
Pan wouldn't, but Henry would.
Right.
So,
So he knew he had to say that so that they'd believe that he was Henry.
there you go.
Uh-huh.
So Emma and Henry are at the diner, and he's acting weird, and I keep thinking, she must see this.
Well, we know that's one of her
Yeah.
superpowers, is she can tell when people
Yeah.
are lying.
But she wasn't really
But
seeing it.
No, but she is. 'Cause-
She just was thinking that something was off with him, that he was having trouble.
Well, I mean, think about it. How is she's seen Pan go into the Pandora's box. Like,
yeah.
what could it be? She's probably not thinking this is Pan and and Henry's in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
she's onto there being something amiss.
Yeah.
You know, she probably has no idea what it exactly is.
Her superpower isn't that good.
Right.
That she can tell, oh, this.
Right.
Whenever
But she
somebody's
can
lying.
definitely tell that there's something up there.
Uh-huh.
And then she also can tell when Henry asks to go with Regina.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
wait, I want to talk about something I loved in the scene. So they're in the diner, and Hook is at the counter.
Yeah,
and
this was good.
He's talking to Neil,
Yeah.
and Hook says that he's going to back off so that he doesn't screw up Henry's family.
Right.
And
He said, yeah, nobody would like, what was it? An evil, handsome.
oh, he just kept saying, well, you know, because I'm so handsome.
For an evil, handsome devil interfering with their family.
Yeah.
Right.
And he said, is this true? Neil said that.
Yeah.
And then Hook said, oh, yes, I am an evil, handsome devil.
Right.
Yes.
So, but he said, I'm just going to wait for you to screw it up.
Yeah.
Essentially. He's
Yeah,
like,
he says,
I'm
I'm
just going
in
to
it-
sit back and
I'm in
wait.
it for the long game.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait this one
You've
out.
screwed it up before. You're going to screw it up
She
again.
left you before.
No, he left her.
Right, but he said something like
He said, you left her before.
Oh, you left
I'm
her.
just going to sit here and wait for you to screw it up again.
Yeah.
So I loved that. And then Regina, when she goes up to the Blue Fairy and she has Tinkerbell with her,
Right.
and she just gets right in the Blue Fairy's face and says, give her back her wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Regina's approach is always the
Yes.
best. She just is so funny.
Yep.
When she's trying to be good, she give her back the wings.
Exactly.
And she's just yelling.
But the Blue Fairy didn't.
No.
Right.
Because
Well,
she
she
didn't
said-
believe in when she said she got pixie dust to work, and she's like, "Oh, really?" The Blue Fairy don't like that. But then then Tinkerbell says, "Why did you have to underestimate it, Tinkerbell?" She said, "Well, only for a second."
Mhm.
Right. And then she said, how am I supposed to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself?
Mhm.
So that's going to be Tink's journey. She's going to have to believe in herself in order to get her wings back. She's got to grow.
And
she has to get taller.
No, she has to grow
She has to-
emotionally.
No, like they're gonna shrink
She
her
has to
down, and
go
then
up
she has
4
to
belt
grow.
sizes.
Right. And then the other thing that happened in the scene is Neil asked Emma on a date for lunch.
Yep.
Yeah, she didn't go.
She's thinking
But
about
Snow
it.
and Charming were saying you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then she didn't. Now, I thought she just blew him off, but then we saw it really wasn't necessarily that. It was more she is so obsessed with what's going on with Henry.
Mm-hmm.
She's just trying to process it, and it's like, I can't have this distraction right now. So Neil's probably feeling like he's out in the cold, but not necessarily.
So then at this point, Emma's about to take Henry home.
Yeah.
And he says, no, I want to go home with Regina.
Right.
Now, we all know that's weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But Regina is so craving acceptance
Yes.
and wanting to be the mother that she's just like, oh,
she's so, well, who wouldn't be
yes,
happy?
Of course.
But-
well, he knows it. That's why he's playing that.
No,
on her.
no. Pan has to get to her magic.
Right. But he
So
also
he's playing
knows.
it because he needs to stick with her. Emma doesn't have what he needs.
So you don't think that he was doing it because he also knows that
Absolutely
he can
not.
manipulate? Okay.
Absolutely not. He was doing it because he needed her magic. And so she takes him home and he says, where do you keep it? Do you have your magic here?
Oh, right.
And
like
she
immediately
says,
that's what he's after.
No, it's in the vault. And he says, well, can I have access to the vault, please? And, because
Right.
he's thinking, he's trying to manipulate her saying, I need to protect myself. I'm scared of Pan,
Right.
please. And,
Please.
so.
I thought you were saying, I'm scared of Pan, please.
No,
I thought
but,
you were saying that you
please,
said
give me
that.
Please,
String.
I'm scared of Pan, please.
So she says no. She says, I'll protect
Very
you.
polite.
The magic is dangerous. And so Pan waits for her to leave the room. And then what does he do?
He opens his window.
Uh-huh.
He gets up out of bed first. He doesn't magically open his window in
Right,
bed.
okay.
So he gets out of bed. That could happen with this show. So he gets out of bed, opens the window, gets outside, and he says, and he calls the shadow.
Right.
Okay, it reminded me of when in Doctor Who when the doctor went out. Don't go like that. Me.
Yeah.
Right.
With the dinosaur.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Shadow is released and he flies through Storybrooke.
I couldn't believe that they didn't secure that shadow.
Well, yeah,
but you said it's because Pan was the only one who could release it.
They said that to Rumpelstiltskin, and he said the only one who can release that shadow is Pan, and he's in Pandora's box. There's no way.
There's always a way.
Right. Well, we know that, but to Rumpelstiltskin, there was no way. And that's why they didn't do anything with it. Because now they have a ship that can go between realms if they keep that shadow on there.
So now it's lunchtime the next day.
Yeah.
And David and Snow are sitting in the diner, and what does Rumpel do?
Rumpel says, here. He just hands them the thing. And he's like, and David looks up, really? It's that?
Yeah.
The elixir.
It was an antidote.
And he's like, oh, it's that!
Yeah, it's because it's the dream shade. It's because of the poison he had.
I forgot he had it because he's not nursing it at all. How is he alive?
Because he has the water.
Because
He has the spring water that's keeping him alive.
They brought spring water back from Neverland.
But it'll only last for so long.
Right.
So he needed the elixir from Rumpel. So he brought it, and then right as he's going to drink it, he hasn't even barely put it in his mouth.
How do you feel?
Yeah, Snow White.
Yeah, I don't know anyone like that.
That would totally be me.
How do you feel? That'd be me,
Are you
too.
fixed? Is it all better now?
Is it all better?
Are you feeling okay?
Like, I haven't even put it in my mouth yet. Is it better? Are you better?
And they said...
Are you choking? Put your hands above your arm.
They said, are you going to...
above your arm. What, do you have 3 arms?
Yep.
And they said,
Shh, don't tell him.
Are you going to make us have to pay? You know, like, or what do we have to do? You're not asking for anything in return? And he said, no.
Family.
And he goes, but we're family now, so, you can do me a favor if I need one in the future.
At some point, I might need a little favor.
Which means, there's totally a price for this one.
It's just not the same type of price he normally deals with.
It's a kinder, gentler price.
Right.
So David goes out to see what's wrong with Emma, because she's outside by herself.
Right.
And she knows that something's wrong with Henry, but she doesn't know what. And she still thinks he's Henry.
I loved it in the diner when Emma's resisting going with Neil. And then when she leaves, David says, now who does she remind me of?
Right.
Yeah. And
We're
so
playing in Snow's direction from the flashbacks.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he tells her to go have lunch with Neil, and as they're walking in, he says, I'll drive you to the diner. And as they're heading, we see Hook run into Tinkerbell, and he offers her a drink, and they're having a moment.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we hear a blood-curdling scream.
Right.
And so
they go
everybody's
running out.
I thought it was Emma.
No, I know, but Emma was...
But right then, Emma pulls up, so it's not Emma.
But Emma was on her way to having lunch with Neil. She wasn't standing Neil up.
Right.
But they were disrupted by the scream. And who was it? What happened?
It was the blue fairy.
What happened to her?
Her shadow was ripped off.
Right, the shadow attacked her and ripped her shadow out.
And she's dead.
She's dead.
Why do you think the shadow... Why would Pan be targeting her?
I don't know. I think it was...
She didn't have magic.
Huh. Maybe it was just a distraction.
Yeah.
Because he was in there with...
No, I know what it is.
What is it?
He needed something to go disrupt everybody, and then they would go, and he knew Regina was going to take him into the vault.
So, in other words, it's a distraction, like I said.
No, I know what it is.
What?
He did that so that he would have a way for Henry to say, see, I need the magic.
Right.
Protect me.
Okay, so...
And then she had to go to her vault.
Right,
If he hadn't done that, she would have had no reason to take him to the vault. So
it had nothing to do with it being the blue fairy. It had everything to do with just being a plot device for him to get in that vault.
Yes. And so they don't realize it's Henry. And Emma warns Regina about him and says, you need to watch out for Henry. And she gets really mad and assumes that Emma's just jealous.
Right.
And then Regina tells him she'll take him to where she keeps her magic.
Right.
And then...
And she does.
She does.
She takes him to the vault.
And it ends badly.
And he gives her some knockout gas.
Yeah.
Well, this was one of my favorite scenes, was when Rumple and Belle were leaving their shop, and Emma and Snow and David...
Right. Scooby and the gang.
Was Hook there?
Hook and Tink, yeah.
They were all there, right? So they want to release whatever's in the box.
Right.
Whomever is in that box. And they decide...
And I loved it when Ron said, sorry, shop's over.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Shop's closed.
Shop's closed. But they are so smart how they do this, because Emma could leave Storybrooke.
Right, how
so
they took it to the...
she could stand on the outside.
And
they took it to the boundary.
Yeah. All the ones that are more powerful can leave. Rumple has his shawl he can leave with.
Right, but
Emma
she said...
can leave. Hook
She said
can
that
leave.
outside world without magic is mine. Plus, what I was saying at that point is it's good that Rumpelstiltskin stayed in there rather than coming out, because what if something did go bad? At least a very powerful guy with magic is there at the line on the inside. If he was on the other side, he wouldn't have his magic.
Exactly.
So it was really good that they did it that way. And then she had the gun on him, and Pan came out of Pandora's box.
No, Henry.
Right.
Dressed up as Pan.
But he sure looked like Pan.
Yep.
And then...
everybody's...
Yeah, right.
I almost shot him.
But how did he convince Emma that it was really him?
He convinced him by saying, I knew that you abandoned me because you thought it was for the best and stuff. He told her about where they
Right,
connected.
only things that Henry and Emma would know together, right?
And then they hugged, and it was all lovey, and then they crossed back into Storybrooke and hugged everybody, and even Rumple apologized for putting him in the box.
Yep.
And so now they've got to figure out where Pan is. And so they go to the vault, and they can't get in.
Right. Yeah.
And Rump tries to do his magic, and he's like, ooh, this is going to take a while.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah. They finally get in, and what do they find?
They find...
What do they find in the vault?
Oh, they find Regina unconscious.
Yes.
Lying on the floor, but no Pan.
Nope. And then Rumpelstiltskin goes through, and they're like, what did he get out of here? What did he want? And he turns to Regina, and he says, you didn't leave it here, did you?
Well, wait. Funny line.
Yeah.
When they were heading to the vault, Henry tells them, remember, that's my body.
Yeah, right.
Don't hit Pan in the face with a fireball.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was
very
so
legitimate concern.
Funny. Not the face. Not the face.
With a fireball.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Use a fire. No, that wasn't how he said it. He said it. This is even funnier how he said it.
Okay.
So I know Pan's in my body, so you might need to use a fireball. So just try not to target the face.
Right.
Yep. So.
Yep.
But you still be burnt to a crisp either way.
Yeah, it would not be good.
It would not be good. You don't want anyone fighting that body.
Regina is so sad and mad that she was fooled by Pan, and she said, I just wanted to believe that he still wanted me to be his mother. And Henry looks at her and says, I still do. And I wanted to cry.
He gives her a big hug. That was very sweet. Because that's what she needs. That's what she's been craving for a while here.
And there's enough love in Henry for both moms.
That's right.
So, Pan has the curse.
Yes.
And this is a problem.
Pan has the curse.
And the problem is that everyone will forget who they are, time will stand still, and Pan and Felix will be in charge.
Yeah.
And that is really, really,
really
really
they
bad.
need to resolve this one quickly because
Very bad.
this is not a good scene, and they need to get Pan out of there because he's in Henry's body still,
and they sure as heck have to capture that shadow.
Yeah.
Now they know they can capture the shadow in the coconut.
You'll put the shadow in the coconut. We made that joke too many times.
Yeah, we need to get that storyline to end. So
so we can stop doing that same joke.
So a flashback in this episode was was Snow and Charming's wedding.
Right, and Regina busting
and
it up and saying, I'm going to ruin your lives!
Yes.
I will end your happiness forever.
Right.
And so David, it's not David, it's Charming. In this story. He talks her down and says, I'll take you anywhere you want to go for our honeymoon. Just pick somewhere, let's go be distracted.
Right.
And so she chooses the Summer Palace.
The Summer Palace. That must be nice.
Where her family used to go, and before her parents were gone.
We have a tent.
We have a deck.
Yeah, we have a summer deck off the house.
So Grumpy is questioning why they're going now.
Right.
And Snow says, there's something at the castle that's going to help me get Regina.
Yep.
So
she doesn't want Charming to know that. So she's keeping
I
it
loved
secret.
it when she got all the armor and stuff and she was walking out in the woods all crazy Snow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not crazy. She's never crazy. She's very serious when she's in her battle.
But she was action Snow at that point.
Oh, and then she got busted because he
Because David, hi.
He's too smart for her. He knows.
So she tells him that what she's doing is there's this creature who is Medusa. And she says,
me and Dad made a bet. Ursula or Medusa. He has to eat a cupcake in front of me now.
Heck yeah, I do.
Oh no, you're not really making that bet complete, right?
Oh, we'll see. I think we will.
No, Mom, can you buy me a cupcake?
I have to teach
you. Cheater.
I have to teach you a lesson like I've had to teach Mom many times. You don't mess with my trivia knowledge.
I never allow food to be used as the reward.
Well, I guess that might
punishment.
be what you're using too.
So why don't we use another one?
Too late.
No, you already made the bet. You gotta live with it.
Yeah. Gotta live with it.
So Charming
she had
is
the tentacles.
Well, she did have that, but not on her legs. Not instead of legs.
No, she had
them on the top
tail.
of her head.
She had a snake tail and snakes for hair.
So Ursula didn't have them up on her head.
The idea was that Snow was going to cut off Medusa's head and show it to Regina and turn her to stone.
Hi, Regina. You liked my head? Uh-oh.
Yep. So what happened when she tried to kill Medusa?
Not that's for sure.
Oh, no, not that. The sword disintegrated. I loved it when Snow said, this wasn't in the legend.
Yeah. Her sword hit Medusa's neck and it just shattered. It just fell apart.
It was really cool when she turned David to stone.
Yeah, David ran back and all of a sudden, boom, turned to stone. I did not know how they were getting out of that.
Turned to stone.
Stone.
So what she did was very much what I said also from Clash of the Titans.
Okay,
Perseus takes his shield and it's all mirrored on one side.
Yep.
And he gets her to look.
Because he likes looking at himself in the mirror.
He gets her to look he gets her to look in the mirror, and that's what Snow did.
But that's why he has the shield with the mirror on it, right?
Perseus?
In legend? In the myth?
Oh, in the myth?
Does he like to look at himself in the mirror?
I'm going by the movie. In the movie, the shield, the mirrored shield was a gift from the gods, and he didn't know what it was for until he was fighting Medusa, and then he realized if I hold the mirror up, she'll turn to stone when she sees her own reflection. So that's what Snow did.
You know a lot about mythology. I thought maybe you knew.
You didn't know that one?
Oh, no, I only know what Percy Jackson taught me.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't know what Clash of the Titans taught me, so that was from watching Harry Hamlin in Clash of the Titans.
I need to watch Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, it's got the Kraken in it. Release the Kraken!
You released the Kraken.
Too late.
So.
Oh, man. The Kraken's here.
So David's free. Well, and Regina, did you say that she talked to her in the shield?
Wait, that's how she knew there was a mirror in the shield, is Regina started gloating. Ha ha!
And she
I
said,
saw the whole thing.
I could just sit back and watch you destroy yourself. I don't have to defeat you.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
defeated yourself. And
that's when Snow realizes, there's a mirror in
And
that shield.
And then when she faded away, there was Raggedy, and it's like, oh, there's a mirror. Tear, tear, tear.
I thought it was funny when
I loved
David,
it when she's just ripping off the stuff.
when David threw the shield initially, and Molly goes, Captain America!
yeah.
Heck yeah, it was, just like it.
Except she pushed it away.
Yes.
So they turned Medusa to stone, saved Charming,
Saved Charming,
and they
yes.
went back to the castle, the summer castle, and it was all decorated. They had flowers. It was very pretty. And Snow says that she wants to start a family.
Yeah, but Mom says she's so pregnant.
She is so pregnant.
Yeah, in real life, you can tell that she's actually pregnant.
Well, and she and David,
they did what they could hiding it, but she's wearing like big cloaks and capes and things, hiding everything.
But she and David, she and Charming in real life are married and have a little boy.
Right.
And so she must have been pregnant during this.
I think
during
so.
this filming, but because she's clearly pregnant.
She's clearly
then they
pregnant.
show her when they're walking out of the castle after they turned Medusa to stone, and she's sort of waddling. I'm like, oh my gosh, from the back.
Yep.
Very
Pregnancy
pregnant walk. Yep. But I'm so sorry if you're not.
No, she
but you
was.
are.
She was.
Guess what?
What?
When I saw it from Storybrooke when she was getting out of the car, Emma was out in 2 seconds.
Mhm.
David was out, and Snow is still working her way out.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
We'll have to watch that the rest of this season because
Yeah.
at some point, I think they have their baby towards the end of the season in real life and on the show.
Mhm.
Dad, actually, at the end of this
Spoiler.
whole season,
Yeah.
they have a baby.
Mhm.
It's gonna be big.
The baby?
The baby's big. Is it a
No,
giant one? Is it like tiny?
Anton.
It's
No.
Anton?
No. The season finale is gonna be big.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
big, huge baby
No.
in...
So
finale.
so Snow wants to start a family, and she says Regina's always causing trouble. She will always be a problem, but
Yep.
we can't let her define us.
Yeah, we can't
So
live our
that's
lives dealing with her.
So they're
Yeah.
going to have a baby. In Storybrooke, they talked about starting a family.
Yeah.
Now that he's had the elixir and he's healed,
Yep.
they've got
And Emma is already born, so she's off. Bye-bye.
so
So long.
Yep.
long, farewell.
And
But they're
and
still
now
living in
we've
the same house.
we've got to see what's going to happen in the next one with Pan
Mm-hmm.
because all heck is breaking loose.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
I'm
All
not
right.
sure how they're going to contain that shadow.
I don't know either.
I mean, this
They
is
gotta
really
get
scary.
They got to separate Pan from Henry's
And
body.
how are they going to get there
and trap him again.
before he releases the curse again?
Right.
Because he could be doing it right now.
Right.
Because he was standing there holding it and he had the scroll open.
It's.
So he could be doing it already, and then
I don't think it's going to go 2 episodes before we find out. We're going to find out very quickly what went down.
All right, well, let's go do that.
All right. So let's end it. Thank you for listening, everybody. You can find past episodes of this and all of our podcasts at our website, which is
www.southgatemediagroup.com.
You can also find links to all of our social media there. And you can either look up Ever After, the Once Upon a Time podcast, or look up under Southgate Media Group. And you'll find Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr and everything. Find us on iTunes, find us on Stitcher, find us on SoundCloud. You can download episodes. You can listen to live streaming. If you go to Libsyn, it's on Libsyn, which is something that I found a lot of people are using right now. And you can also listen to streaming content there too. That is it. Oh, and rate us and review us. It really helps other people find us. Okay, thank you for listening once again. Now let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The end.
If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.